Hi everyone, as you can see I'm on the red couch today, which matches the colors of the Budget Filmmaker logo very well. And this is something that I will try to do more often, maybe each Friday, a more informal kind of review where I'll review various filmmaking gear, affordable gear that can actually fit onto this couch. Nothing massive, just little bits and pieces. And the first thing that I'm gonna review in such way will be this Camtree solid gear follow focus, which you can see also matches the sofa very well with those red details all over it. And this is yet another really affordable follow focus that I personally think is worth looking at. Not only does it have lots of great features, it's also at the very affordable price point, which is what budget filmmaking mentality is all about. And before I get into the actual unit, I just quickly want to show you the bits that I came with. So we have the actual unit, of course, and then in the box we have this foam protection, which is not a big deal, but you can potentially put this into some sort of flight case for permanent storage of this unit. If not, just throw it away. But what's interesting is what we have inside. And firstly, we have the flexible focus gear. So you stick this on any lens that you have, be it very small or very big. It's fully adjustable from small size to literally the biggest size that you can think of. And another thing that is found inside here is the speed crank. And if you don't know what the speed crank is and what it's for, it's basically this little device that you stick into this section of the follow focus. It slots into place and it allows you to do various quick and long moves with your follow focus unit that would be very difficult to do with your hand. For example, if I put a mark on the follow focus there and I want to do a full circle, it would take me 2 full rotations with my hand, and they're not even continuous. So if I needed to do a long continuous rotation that would be smooth, it would be basically impossible to do with my hand. If I take this, I can do this one long rotation in one quick move. So that's it. That's back and forth basically with my finger. You can hold it if you want to for that precise control, or you can rotate it as much as you want without stopping, where this is not something that is possible with your hand. So this is a really nice little addition. So now let's move to the actual unit, of course. Firstly, maybe let's talk about the overall build quality and then go into various sections of the unit. The whole thing is made fully out of metal and it is very solid, which is possibly why it's called solid gear, I don't know, but it is solid. It is really well built. Even the knobs here are metal. This gear as well is metal, which is important, so it's not going to wear out. I know that some of the cheapest follow focuses have plastic gears, and after some time they will obviously wear out because plastic is nowhere as durable as metal. So that is nice right there as well. The only real plastic part that I can think of on this unit is the marking disc, which is supposed to be plastic. So it's a 3D removable marking disc, as you can see here. You just clip it in back into place with the magnets, and this allows you to create the marks on the follow focus. I'm sure a lot of you will already know about that. Basically, you put one on there, you put another one somewhere there, and you can focus between the crucial focus points that you have. And this is great for the focus puller right there. You can see all the marks from the side. You can mark them with numbers or dots, whatever the technique is. But where 3D marking disc really steps into play is when you use the full focus yourself. You can already see the marks from the side when you focus pulling yourself, but you can also put them right on the side there. And then when you focus from the side of the unit, you can see where your marks hit the pointer. But then I hear you saying, well, I can't see the mark once it gets to the top of the follow focus because it gets out of my sight. And that's when the next feature comes in. The pointer can be moved 360 degrees to whatever position you want so that you can see where the mark hits the point. So if I'm operating myself and the follow focus would be facing me, that's how I would have it. So I would clearly see the pointer, I would clearly see where a mark is hitting the point, and I can then do those focus pulls really easily and see where I'm hitting my marks perfectly. Moving on from the front section, we have the actual gearbox. Right here we have the swappable gear that I can put on another side if I need to. Where this comes in useful is when you have a very short, really small lens that has the focusing ring that is very close to the camera body. So when you mount that small lens on the camera, as you can see, the focus gear is too far away from the actual focusing ring on the lens, and that's when you can actually swap around that focus gear so that the actual focusing gear is right next to the camera body. This way you can engage with your focusing gear, and you can use this full focus with just about any lens. And moving all the way down, we have the mounting bracket right here, which I actually really like. It's one of my favorite features in this unit. Usually on the affordable follow focuses in particular, you'd have a very basic mounting bracket that you'd have to slide into your rails, which means if you had a mat box on the front of your rails or anything else on them already, you'd have to take everything off to put the follow focus on, and the same when you want to take it off. Why I like this design so much is because you can just slide it in from the side, push it down, tighten it up, and you're ready to go. When you don't need a follow focus, you just undo the knob, lift it off, take it off the side, and you don't need to take off a mat box or anything else. But who really cares about all these great features if the actual gearbox is rubbish and there's lots of play? I know that most of you guys care about that. I care about that too, and that's why I try to show the amount of play in every follow focus that I review. I don't try to hide this. I try to emphasize the play in every of my reviews. So this is what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna get right up close and try to show you guys what kind of play you can expect from this unit. I think there is like tiny bit. I don't know if you can even see it on the camera. It's that small that it's really hard to show, because if I try to do a stronger movement, all that happens is this gear starts to rotate. I can't hold it well enough. If I get the pointer there, then you can kind of see the relative play to that section. So as you saw there, the play is very minimal. It's next to nothing. I try really hard to detect any play and be as critical as possible with a follow focus so that you know exactly what you can expect from it. To be honest, I've tried quite a few follow focuses in my time, and I don't really remember one that had absolute zero play. I don't know if you guys tried one and you know of one, leave me a comment. I'd love to know. But I find that even the better follow focuses have that tiny amount of play. I don't expect an absolute zero play from any follow focus. So I feel like I'm being a bit too positive here, not really talking about the negatives. In reality, there are no real negatives about this unit, especially for the price, which is $150 with the extra focus gear and the speed crank. You know, I can't really expect much more out of this unit. If I'm being very greedy, I would like to see a reversible gearbox on this, so this can be swapped to be used naturally with both Canon style and Nikon lenses, which rotate in opposite way. This is not something that this has. I would love to see that happening in maybe some future releases. I know it's something that makes the whole design more complicated, but I'm really looking forward to a follow focus with that feature. that is affordable. In past I reviewed some of the follow focus that had more adjustment in the gearbox, so you could move the gearbox up and down, in and out in various ways. Again, that had more flexibility than what this follow focus has. Obviously I can still move it in and out like so, and I can swap the gear to the other side, so it has quite a decent amount of flexibility. There are follow focus out there that have more flexibility, so that's where they will win over this. These are all just like the wish list things that I would love to see in a follow focus like that. It's not something that is really negative. And overall, for just $150, I think it's definitely a steal. I do hope that you found this review useful. If you did, like it, subscribe for my future videos, and I'll see you in one of them.